So that's what time it's gonna be. But please don't wait till 7 a.m. on Friday if you're in Nigeria. Please just target not lose your account, and that's exactly what we'll just be showing you right now. So I will hand over to Coach Josh. He'll be taking us through all those measures. And
okay,
yeah,
sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening. Which side of the planet you're on? Sir, can you make my other device a co-host so that I can share my screen, sir? Thank you so much, Mr. Daramola. We cannot thank you enough for opening our eyes to Akashx. Mr. Daramola was the guinea pig. He tested with his own money back in February when some of us didn't want to hear anything about Forex. You know, he was the one who decided to try it out. You know, we saw that it was a valuable offer. Can you guys hear me? Somebody saying volume, please. Can you hear me? Is my other device now a co-host?
Yeah, it is now.
Okay. I hope my volume is a little louder now. I imagine it should be. So some of the things that I've put down, I've tried to write down some things so that we don't forget some important things. So things I've penned down here, the rules for the challenge, right? We'll talk about how to open your trades, how to trade alerts. We'll talk about having a trading plan. And with having a trading plan, we'll talk about the recommended lot sizes and also how to manage your account, you know, to ensure that you do this profitably and come out safely on the other side. Already there have been a few mishaps, and it's not quite surprising because of the human nature. So this thing is going to expose you to some degree. It will expose you to yourself. You know, as humans, we all have some flaws, you know, some innate flaws. We're talking about greed, talking about fear. I think for me, my fears have been getting the most of me because I've been exiting trades pretty early. But again, our paranoia, you know, uh, if you believe in, you know, the theory of evolution, I don't. I believe in creation, but God gave us paranoia so that we can be more alert of danger, right? So it's a self-preservation tool. So for me, I would rather make small wins consistently than to position myself where I'll make one big loss. And I think why did my mic go off? My mic seemed to have gone off. I don't know why it went off. Okay, but you can hear me now. I don't know what was the last thing you heard?
Sorry, I was trying to mute everyone. I've just unmuted you.
Okay,
sorry.
So you were talking about the human emotion, fear, playing on people and greed as well.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that fear is given to us by God, so that, you know, it's a tool to preserve, you know, for self-preservation. Okay, so you heard that part. Very good. So if you have any questions, please write them down so that just in case we forget to touch on anything, you can always remind us. Let me also remind us that your cameras are on. So if you are having some network issues, maybe just turn off your camera so that you're able to hear. Although, yes, if I'm sharing my screen, you don't need your camera to be on. So I just thought I should drop that. So I'm going to share my screen. So we'll start with looking at the rules for the trading challenge, which is very, very important. The rules for the trading challenge so that we don't end up violating any of the rules. And in fact, let me quickly say now, you know, I was just reminded, if you took Joel Arias's trade, there was a trade he sent earlier, which is a limit trade. For those of you that understand what that means, if you don't understand, forget about it. But if you opened the trade that he sent earlier, and you have a pending trade, go and close it now, because there's news There's news at 7 p.m. I need to close my own. There's news at 7 p.m. So, okay, I've closed everything. So if you have any pending, if you took that trade, it was a limit trade. We'll explain what that means. But if you don't understand it, then forget about it. In fact, there was someone who had reached out to me. Is Mrs. Amaka on the call? The person that called me before, and I told you that. So somebody called me to ask if she got the settings right, and I said yes, she did. But Mr. Jagun just brought it to my attention that there is news at 7. So can somebody just please write it on the group? Can someone just write it on the group that close the limit orders that you set? Can someone just write it on the WhatsApp group where we have paid members so that people can take action? So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get it cracking. So I believe you can all see my screen. So this is the terms and conditions that Trade Mastery. This is a document from Trade Mastery's website that contains their terms and conditions. Let me just start from the general rules on their website. So most of you have a $25,000 account. Some people have a $50,000 account. The general rule is for target profit. So in order to qualify to get the real money, you need to pass phase 1 and phase 2. Once you grow your money by 10%, you have passed phase 1. Once you grow it by 5%, you have passed phase 2. So that's a cumulative of 15% is what is required for you to pass this test, right? Now, there are now terms and conditions that come attached to it. For each phase, you are required to trade a minimum of 5 days. Meaning, if you make all your 10% on day 1 or day 2, you will not be recognized as having passed. So they must see trade history for 5 days in each phase. That's clear. So that's minimum trading days. The challenge duration is actually unlimited. So you have as long as you like to pass this challenge. However, we understand that it makes sense to do it as quickly as possible because you are paying a $149 subscription to Akashx. And so we don't want to keep paying $149, because it will then defeat the purpose if you don't pass it as quickly as possible. But you decide how long is reasonable. If it took you a month, would it be reasonable? If it took you 2 months, so that means if you had to spend $300 for the possibility of now having $25,000 of real money, for the possibility of making 10% of that every month, would it make sense? Just use that to gauge, so that once you can understand what you are comfortable with, you allow that to also now determine your trading plan. So that's challenge duration. I talked about minimum trading days. Maximum loss. You are not allowed to lose more than 10% of your capital. So if you are on a $25,000 account, sorry, just a moment. Okay, sorry, I was trying to quiet the noisemakers in the classroom. Okay, so you're not allowed to lose more than $2,500 of your trading capital. So whether phase 1, whether phase 2, whether during the challenge, when you now have the real money, you are not allowed to lose more than 10% of the whole capital. So even after you have passed, you still cannot lose more than 10%. In other words, your style has to be conservative. You cannot take on too much risk that will not allow you to lose more than 10%. No, they don't want that. That's maximum loss. Now, daily loss. In a day, you are not allowed to lose more than 5% per day. Meaning, if I started with $25,000, today, the maximum I can lose is $1,250, which is 5%. Tomorrow, I'm allowed to lose again another 1,250. But cumulatively, it must not go beyond 10% to 5. So if you lose $500 today, you're fine. If you lose $500 tomorrow, you're fine. If you lose $500 next tomorrow, you're fine. Meaning you have now lost 1,500, but it was over a spread of 3 days. 500, 500, 500. You are still fine. You never lost more than 1,250 in a single day. But the moment you end up accumulating the loss of 10% of your account, that's the end. Okay? Weekend trading, weekend holding, we are not allowed to hold trades over the weekend. We're not allowed to hold trades over the weekend. Profit share. For phase 1 and phase 2, you are not taking any profit. Phase 3, I hope we can see it. Phase 3, you are taking 80%, they are keeping 20%. Okay? The refundable, so that last one doesn't apply to us because we didn't pay. We didn't pay for the challenge. So the refundable fee doesn't apply to us. Right? Okay, so that's about the general rules for the account. But in their T and C's, so if you have questions, please be noting down the questions. There are some things that we had brought out from reading through the entire document. Now, I would recommend that you also find time to read through this entire document, but I think the most important things here have to do with, number one, you are not allowed to open trades in both directions, meaning hedging. You know, that's called hedging. So that's for you experienced traders on the call. Somebody had asked me, can you hedge? And I said yes. But when I went through this, I discovered hedging is not allowed. Meaning you cannot, like people who like to trade news, one thing they do when they're trading news is they'll do a buy, they'll do a sell, and then hope that, you know, and then watch which one swings, you know, which direction the market swings, and then they'll quickly close one. So hedging is not, if you do hedging, you have lost your account. Okay. Then here it says significant releases and events. It is the trader's responsibility to have all positions associated to have all positions for the associated symbols as listed hereunder closed no later than 2 minutes in advance of the economic releases pursuant to the respective economic calendar. That sounds like legal gibberish, but what they're basically saying is you must have all. So like today now, there's going to be news at 7 p.m. 2 minutes to 7, you must have all your positions closed. Well, especially from what they've said here, especially the ones that are linked to the position that is open. However, to be on the safest side, just don't be in the market. Just have all positions closed. So the things we have on the screen are the news events of interest. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with, you know, FX, with Forex trading, you may not know when these events are. So that's why we have communities and we always try to give this update. So I would advise, if you are doing this from time to time, just keep checking in the WhatsApp group, just in case there's any update. Okay, I think we need to create an announcement channel so that whenever there's important information, we just put that important information on that channel. And so it's like a news channel, because sometimes it's easy for important things to get lost, you know, with all the banter that happens in the group. So we will have an announcements channel where we're putting important information. So like if there's any news event, we'll, you know, put the update there. Now in your Akashx, you know, there's actually a news economic calendar there. Mr. Daramola also shared forexfactory.com. They also have a timetable of important news events. But just so that, you know, we'll just make it easier. We'll create a channel where we have some of those things as well. So that's news releases. I think with that, evaluation and verification. So after you have passed, you're going to have to do KYC. You know, once you've done your KYC, they will release the real funds to you. you are able to make your withdrawal after 8 days of trading on the real account. Subsequently, you can make a withdrawal every day after that. So that's all that with the rules. So now let's now talk about how to place the orders. So how to do tap to trade, how to do trade alerts. I hope we're all together. Man, I'm sweating like a goat. I want to get a fan if you don't mind. I don't know if Mr. Jagu or Mr. Daramola, is there anything that you want to quickly chip in at this point? Please just give me 2 minutes. Please just give me
Okay,
2
thank you
minutes.
so much. Thank you so much, sir. So what I just want to add at this point is please, we should not be in a hurry to make all the money once. I know, of course, we want to pass it in 1 month, but that doesn't mean that we should be in a hurry. Everything is going to work out fine for you. Are we getting it? So don't go and rush and open multiple positions. Like me, I open only one position at a time. When that position is closed, so if you want to have good profit in one position, you can go and learn the trailing stop loss so that at least you can secure your money. My joy is to make sure that all of us, and that's the same thing that all the leaders have in mind, is that to see all of us pass our challenge and you are able to start withdrawing. This is called the pot of gold. You have discovered the pot of gold. So don't at any time, don't allow it to skip. And maybe there's something that Mr. Jag wants to add. I know he's an experienced person. So thank you so much, sir. Oh, let me allow Mr. Jagun. Let me see. Okay, allow participants to unmute themselves. Yes. Okay, Mr. Jagun, you can unmute yourself now.
Excellent evening, everyone. Forgive the cough.
Yeah.
It's trying me, but it cannot win. All right. I was actually looking to see if I could find the rule I wanted to mention. There's something I saw on their website or on that document called a consistency rule. Now, that consistency rule, I was looking for it just now to be able to point everybody at it. But that consistency rule says that you cannot in any single day, your profit from any single day cannot account for 60% or more of your challenge qualification. Meaning that if it's a $25,000 account and you are meant to do $2,500 to pass the first stage, if you make $2,500 in day one, the whole $2,500 cannot account for you. You must make somewhere around that amount daily. It cannot be 1 day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. I guess what they are trying to do is to prevent someone from going to hire an expert to trade 1 day or something like that. You know, so it pays you better. Yes, you can do $2,500 in a day. It will most likely be over leveraging, but hey, if you know how to do it and you know how to do it safely and it works for you, fine. However, for the challenge period, a $25,000 account, if you aim at between $300 and $500, actually between $300 and $600 daily. If you do $300 at the close of your trade, don't open another one. Why? There's likely to be new. In order to start trading for the day, you need to plan your trade in such a way that at the news time you are not trading, you are not in a loss. At news time, you're not entering a new trade, number one. Number two, the current trade you are in is not in a loss. That will help if you can do it. That's number two. Number 3, from experience, I can tell you that currencies other than gold move better in the morning than in the evening. When I say morning, I mean different time frames. Between 7 and 9 in our time zone, between 7 and 10 in our time zone, between 12 and 3 in our time zone. However, around 2 o'clock is when most American news comes up. Then after that news, immediately after that news, it moves again till about 4:30. So when you're taking trades, either it is the one that is sent by an educator or you analyze yourself if you know how. Look at the news schedule first and decide how you are going to time your trades. The type of news, if you look at the screen, you will see, Josh, can you please move the screen to the to the news pairs?
Okay.
I want to show the pairs. That should be at 10. Yes, there you are. Thank you. If you look at that, you will see that it is mostly USD. It says country, symbols. Now, symbols are the pairs. Euro, USD, JPY, JPG, those are symbols. So every time there is USD high impact news, it affects all symbols. In fact, you know what? Let's do it this way. Can I share my
think
screen?
it's sounding a little technical when you start talking about symbols.
No, I want to just show it. I want to show it. That's why I said, let me share my screen.
Okay.
May I? Should I go ahead? Okay.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Right.
I trust you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Which screen am I even sharing? I have 2. Which one am I sharing?
We are seeing the
document.
We are seeing the economic calendar.
The economic calendar.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing.
The economic. Oh, you are seeing this document, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just a minute, I'll be in. Okay, so now this is Forex Factory. This is Forex Factory.
Can you maximize? So that it's larger?
I'm using a very large screen and it is maximized actually. So I don't understand what you mean by maximize.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, this is Forex Factory, and you can see the symbols where my mouse is along this line under currency. These are the symbols. The idea is when you see red folders like this that are beside US, you see that it's normally around 1:30. On Thursday, it is 1:30. On tomorrow, there is Euro news in the morning. Now, our document says for EU, interest rate decision news. That's the only one for EU. High folder, interest rate decision. If we go down, you see that, yes, there is red folder, but it is not interest rate decision. Although when we are giving you, when we're talking about, well, probably on the group, we'll be able to fine tune the type of news over time. We'll be able to fine tune the type of news you can trade in. But for now, once you see red folder news, please don't trade. There are not many details we have exactly on the exact details of which news we can trade in. We haven't, found out all that information. But the idea is when you see red folder news, don't trade that currency. So tomorrow, Euro has red folder at, in fact, almost all day. US has red folder from 1:30 to what's it? So we can trade gold in the morning. But once it is 1:30, we can't trade gold because gold is traded as gold versus USD. And that is only because of this broker. And it's only during the period of evaluation. That's part of what we're talking about in the rules. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up so that people don't get their account banned unnecessarily for a small mistake. The thing I read about consistency rule, I don't know where I saw it, but I will post it on the group when I find it. Says that you cannot have 60+% of your qualification from one day's trade. So yes, if you are able to make $1,000 a day from $25,000 account, by all means, do it 3 times, do it 4 times. But don't do $1,000 one day. Don't do $2,500 one day and do $100 of the other days. That's pretty much what it is. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Look, I know if it's very easy to feel overwhelmed, but please don't feel overwhelmed because every new thing, there's usually some anxiety at the beginning. But again, that's why as a community we can leverage off each other. We will learn from those who know more, and that will help us. So everything he just said now, to be very honest, if it was left to me, I probably would not know about those news events and how. In fact, there was a day, maybe sometime last week, I posted one news event and I said, I don't trade, and then somebody corrected and said, no, it doesn't have the red flag attached to it, so it's not a high impact news. Okay, so high impact. So for now, once we just see high impact news, we will drop the notification on a channel dedicated for news, right? And so we'll just use that. So I want to now go into how to place your trades. How to place your trades. Because many people have been asking on how to do that. So I'm going to switch to my mobile because I know most people are using their mobile phones.
Yeah, Coach Josh, before you go do that, can I quickly share this consistency rule that Mr. Jagun talk about?
Okay. Okay, sir, please. Go ahead, sir. Okay. Okay, that's it. That is it. I hope we have all seen it. The consistency rule applied only in phase 2 of the challenge ensures a steady flow of profits and keeps you safe from taking on too much risk on any single trade. The rule simply states that no single day profit should make up 60% or more of the total profit throughout the challenge. So simply calculate what's 60% of $2,500. No, phase 2 is 5%. So that's 1,005. No, 1,250 is 5% of phase 2. So what's 60% of 1,250? That means you shouldn't make more than that in a single, in a single day to qualify. So if you make more than that, it will not be regarded as, they will just cap it at 60%. So on 1,250, if you make half of that, they will not consider everything.
No, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. It's not as if you shouldn't make half of that. If you make that much consistently, no problem. But it shouldn't be one big one and many small ones.
From how I understand that, they are
If
saying
you
that
make, it shouldn't be 60% of your qualified. If you make 60, that if you make 1,000 in a 1,250 qualification, if you make $1,000 a day every day, it won't be a problem because you are consistent.
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay.
Just be
So
consistent is what they are.
that makes sense. So now I'm sharing my screen. I've changed to my mobile. So with regard to connecting, Akashx to Trade Locker, I believe everybody knows how to do that. There are videos that show you how to connect your account. So what we actually want to go to now is how to place the trade when this trade come in. So I believe we can go ahead with that, how to place the trade. Most people here have connected their accounts, right? If you haven't connected your account, if you're not yet set for trading, or if you don't know what to do to connect your account, can you drop a 1 in the chat? Can you drop a 1 in the chat if you don't know how to connect your account? So you're supposed to log into Akashx and enter your trade mastery details there. So there is a video that explains how to do that. There's a video that I made, and I believe Mr. Daramola also made a video. Robert Hollis also made a video. Okay, so somebody can please drop that video on connecting Akashx, Trade Mastery, Trade Locker. Please drop a link to that in the chat so that we don't dwell on that. It's not, that one is not skills based. Okay, so now this is the Akashx app. Okay, and I'm just gonna open that. So here we have home. So at the bottom of the screen, this is how it's going to look. Okay, well there are two interfaces depending on, I don't know if it's iPhone that has iMarket, the iMarket streams, iMarket stream. That's what your own is called. But anyway, you will find home, live session, trade alerts, tap to trade. That's essentially what you need. So tap to trade and trade alerts is our area of interest. You see it at the bottom of the screen. So here I come to tap to trade. If we're fortunate, maybe a tap to trade will come in during the call, even though it's almost 7 p.m. Now, as soon as a tap to trade comes in, now I will recommend that you go and have a specific ringtone that is separate from your WhatsApp notification, email notification, so that you will know when a trade opportunity, has been found, has been sent. What some of us have done is we recorded our voice and then now use that as the ringtone. So I hear my phone telling me tap to trade or trade alert or trade alert update. Somebody also did a music, something really nice that you can use for the ringtone. It's in the group. But even if you don't want to do that, just set a different ringtone. Okay, how do you set the ringtone? There's also a video for that, but I will just, go to your phone settings. This would only work for those of you who are using Android. If you are using iPhone, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't use iPhone. I don't even think I like iPhone. You know where there was an argument in the group about MT5, Trade Locker, and all that. When my wife bought her iPhone, spent so much money on the thing, and I don't understand why I will have a phone that I can't just download music, I can't just share things. So my personal preference, I don't send iPhone. I don't see why I'm going to have an iPhone. Maybe I will just have it for fun. So I can also be standing in front of mirror and be taking picture. There's something about iPhone users and mirror in the bathroom, in toilets, and in bathrooms. Who understands what I'm saying? iPhone users, have you noticed that they always stand in front of mirror in bathroom and toilet? Somebody is laughing. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see Akashx here, right? So I came to my apps and people are laughing because you know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. All right, so Akashx. So this is 100. So I came to my app management and tap on Akashx, and then I believe it's notifications. I believe it's manage notifications. And then at the bottom, you now see there's trade alert, new, trade alert, update, and tap to trade. So if I click on trade alert, new, the ringtone, you can see my ringtone there is trade alert. You see that? It's trade alert. So if you have a ringtone that you want to use, that's fine. You know, so that's how you set that. So go and do that for tap to trade, trade alert update. So that you would always know and your attention would be, taken to your phone. So now let's now go to placing the trades themselves. Also, there are videos on how to do this. So this is a fantastic community. You are helped every step of the way. So don't be in a hurry to trade. I know that some of you've been getting the trade alert, you've been seeing it on your phone all day, and you've been anxious, you want to start making profit. Don't be in a rush. The market is not going anywhere. The market will be there tomorrow, will be there next tomorrow. So here I am in tap to trade. When a tap to trade opportunity comes in, you would open the app, and at the bottom, you will come to tap to trade. Now, there are some times when it doesn't show. So sometimes I log out and I log in again. I log out and I quickly log back in. That happens for me more with trade alerts than tap to trade. Then you come to tap to trade. You will see the latest tap to trade, and you will see it counting down from 2 minutes to 0. There will also be a button that says approve. When you tap on that button that says approve, you also see another button that says adjust lot size. Now, the lot size would have been calculated based on your capital. And what I've seen that has been happening, what I've observed is for a $50,000 account, they use 0.5 lot size. For a $25,000 account, they use 0.25 lot size. However, and maybe we should have thought about lot sizes before now, I don't recommend using 0.25 for a $25,000 account. And maybe I would allow other leaders to speak to this, because the bigger the lot size that you use, the more profit you will make if it goes in the way of profit. But if it goes the other way, it also means the more loss you are going to take. Now, we have recommended, but it's up to you to decide, that most of us here should focus on taking Joel Arias's trade alerts. Joel Arias does not drop tap to trades. He does trade alerts. Maybe I should go through, show you the different educators. Why is it showing me this? Am I in the mobile version? How did I get here? Okay, so these are the educators. This is Brent. Brent does tap to trade. I took one this afternoon and it closed in a loss. Sometimes it closes in a profit. Of course, not everybody wins, but we've observed that Joel Arias seems to be the one giving the most results, but he doesn't do tap to trade because of his own trading style. He doesn't do tap to trade. But if you will take tap to trade, there are so many different people on the platform. We cannot recommend all of them. Javed Khan also did tap to trade today. I think he took 2, and both of them also hit stop loss. But, some people recommend him. So these are all the different traders. I will not recommend just taking everybody's trade. Like this Jimmy Elandre guy, he's new. He just joined the faculty. I won't take his trade. I wouldn't recommend you take his trade either, but it's up to you. So far, the people who have given the best results, okay, we can even check their performance on the website. If you actually log in, so let me check top traders. Again, I'll have to change my script. So I'm looking at it on the laptop. That is not going to show on the mobile version. We can check their performance. But generally speaking, Javed Khan, so let me check Javed Khan's performance for this month. It's 1%, 1.09%. That's Javed Khan's performance. So, you may still do Javed Khan. Matthew Thea, I didn't know Matthew Thea has dropped any trades this month. He is showing also 1%. John Lill is showing 1.09% so far. Okay, let me check Brent. With Brent's loss of today, I don't know what it is. But generally speaking, most of us are running with Joel Arias, this second guy, and he does trade alerts. Okay, so maybe we should talk about trading plan first before we go into tap to trade and trade alerts. On Saturday, we talked about this trading plan thing, and it was recommended that if you have a goal of making 1% profit every day, in 10 days, you would have passed phase 1. So that means if you make $250 profit in a day, then you are fine. You are fine. So decide what your trading plan is going to be, and don't let it be too aggressive. So if you've made $250 in a day, you've done 1%. In 10 days, if you do that consistently for 10 days, you are good to go, right? Also, if you personally, if I lose up to $500 in a day, I'm done. I'm not going to trade again. I'm going to wait for the next day. Now, that has never happened. I've never lost up to $500 in a day, but that's my own plan. If I lose up to 500 in a day, then I'm out of the market. I'm not going to trade again. So, that's that. So trade alerts. Let me now show you how to do trade alerts. Tap to trade, you're just going to tap it. There's an approve button that's going to show. When you click on approve, it will show adjust lot size. Now, some of you will also find, good, thank God I remember this. You will find that when you approve it, sometimes when you go to trade locker, you won't find the trade having executed. When the trade is executed, you see, this is trade locker. I hope you can all see my screen. This is trade locker. So when you approve a trade in tap to trade, it's going to execute it and you'll see it here in trade locker. So at the top, you can see XAU USD. That's gold against USD. So at the top left is the symbol. The next one is markets. So if I want to look for a particular symbol, if I click on markets, it's going to show you all the different currency pairs that are available. So let's say Brent drops a tap to trade that is NAS 100. When you open your trade locker, you will have to come to markets here and then search NAS. So you can see NAS 100. You then select NAS 100. So now at the top left of my screen, what is showing there is NAS 100. It's no more XAU USD. You can see it. Sometimes somebody dropped yesterday, was it US 30? It was a very fast trade and it gave good profits very quickly. So US 30. Can you see it? So whenever you see the same thing, like you can see US 30.pro, you can see US 30. I don't know the difference, but I like the sound of pro. So maybe the experts can tell us the meaning of pro. So I'm just showing you, generally speaking, all the things you have on Trade Locker. So at the very top, you have the symbol. To search for a particular item, it is in markets. Tap to trade, you don't need to search anything. Once you click approve, it will execute it here. Now, to know if a trade is ongoing, you see where you have trades. When you tap at the top of my screen, you are seeing trades. If one trade is ongoing, sometimes you see a number 1 there. So when I come to trades, positions, at the bottom, you are seeing positions. So if there's any trade open under positions, you will see it will be open there. I don't know whether I should open a position so you can see it, but let me not. If I was my other phone. So positions, okay. So now there's no position open. So whenever you approve a trade in tap to trade, if you come to Trade Locker and you don't see any position, that happens sometimes. So when that happens, I just log out and log in again. But once it's already 1 minute, you know it's a 2-minute countdown. Once it's already 1 minute, usually I just ignore it. Because sometimes that 1 minute can make a difference. Because usually the tap to trade, they are pretty fast. The tap to trade are pretty fast. Okay? Now, if they now ask us, you know, so let's say a trade alert comes in now. A trade alert comes in. How do you place the trade? So let's go to we're back in the app, trade alert. So under trade alerts, there's Forex, there's crypto. So you can see 24 hours ago, you know, an instructor, Rich Mom, said we should buy Bitcoin. I don't follow Rich Mom, so I don't, you know, so I just ignore that. There's binary options, then commodities. This is where there's a lot of activity. You can see 2 hours ago, there was a trade that was dropped 2 hours ago. So now, look at all the parameters. EP means entry price. Okay, so let's not even start from there. Beside the XAU/USD, you see buy market. Buy market means buy at the current market price. Current market price. There are some that you are going to see buy limit. There was one that dropped today. Good. Can you see this one? It says buy limit. Can you see it? Rain just started falling. Can you see that beside the XAU/USD to the right of the screen, it says buy limit. If you zoom in on your phone, you'll see that it says buy limit. Please, if you can see it, just drop a 1. Let me know that you're following me. I hope the sound of the rain is not entering. Good. So what buy limit means, there's a difference between buy limit and buy market. Buy market means buy at the current market price. So let's go back to buy market. This one is buy market. So what you would do when you see buy market, the price quoted is 2496. That's entry price. EP means entry price. EP means entry price. SL means stop loss. TP means take profit. So you have TP1, TP2, you have multiple TPs. It's telling you that buy at this price, and then when it gets to TP1, consider closing the trade. Or you can choose TP2 or TP3. Because I'm a conservative person, I generally do TP1, or I will add 1 to TP1. So in this trade, for example, if I'm entering it at 2496, my TP will be 2499 or 2500. That's what I would do. That's what I do. But you know, I live on time. Most people, and so I've not made the kind of money that other people have made. The guy who has just passed his challenge, we started around the same time. Me, I'm still around I'll show you my account. I think I'm like 50,200. My account went up, but it also came down. So I've just been doing JJ. I've just been, hey, I better go. I don't want to lose plenty money. I've just been doing small. Then I've been going against my own rules too. I said I will only do jewelers, but I'll now get it out to trade. I will now take it. Those ones will now lose my money. So I think today now, 2 people have lost my money on tap to trade. I don't know who sent me, you know. So, but now my head is correct back. So I will just stay with Joel Arias. I will just stay with Joel Arias. So now let me show you how to practically take this trade now. EP. So it says buy market. So when I see buy market, I see the entry price 2496. Stop loss is 2485. So I will now come to Trade Locker. Now, if you look above sell, at the bottom of the screen, above sell, you can see market. So that means it is currently set on market. If you tap on that market, it will change to pending. Pending also means limit. So the instruction is buy market. That means buy at the current market price. Okay, this is not gold. Let me change to XAU USD. I'm sorry that I'm going slow. When you are watching the replay, you can increase the speed so that you would it will save you time. For me, I'm a slow learner, so that's why I'm talking slow. Sorry, eh? So current market price. So it's on market. So I'll click on buy. And I will confirm. Okay, but can you see showing buy 0.5 lots? So if you want to use a lot size of 0.5, that's fine. I am not using 0.5. So in between sell and buy at the bottom, this is a $50,000 account. But okay, let's talk about the $25,000 account. You know, some leaders have suggested using 0.2. I will use 0.1 or 0.15. And then I will click on buy. Once you click confirm, the trade will execute. But there are other parameters. So the way I normally do it is once I buy, the trade will be showing. So where you have trade, there will be number 1 there. You see, I'm trying to show you a faster way to quickly enter the trade. Because if you say you want to first put entry price, put stop loss, put TP1, sometimes time may have gone. So when you see buy market, you just buy immediately. The trade will start. Then you will now come to trades at the top. You click on that. It will now show you the existing trade. How can I do this without showing practically? You'll be like, say, I will need to sacrifice. God, let the market move in my favor. This demo where I want to. God, I beg you.
You can use a small lot size, maybe 0.01.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's wisdom of the elders. So 0.01. So now, if I wanted to put in all the parameters.
Don't place it. This is the news time, please.
It's already 7. Thank you, sir. Hey. Okay. Thank you, sir. I'd forgotten. So let's say we wanted to do it the traditional way, the normal way. We have set the lot size. There's an arrow right on top of buy. When you click on that arrow, you will see all the different parameters. So can you see stop loss? Can you see take profit? So if the stop loss, whatever the stop loss is, just copy it. When you copy it and you come under stop loss here, you can type it or paste it. So let's go and look at the stop loss. The stop loss is 2485. I will just copy it. Come here and paste it. 2485. My take profit 2499. Well, I said I normally add 1 sometimes to the take profit. But just follow the experts. So if you want to use TP1, use TP1. If you want to use TP2, use TP2. So I've clicked on the take profit. And then I'll paste 2499. Now, the nice thing about, hey, see Jolara, so dropping us, okay, this trade update. So the good thing about Trade Locker is it's going to show you how much you are going to win versus how much you are going to lose. So under stop loss, there is an initial number. Then the second level, you can see the dollar sign. It's showing 27.96. So if the price should go to that stop loss, that's how much you will lose. On the take profit side, it will show you how much you are going to make. Can you slow show where you clicked to call up that TP? Okay, let me do it again. So I just showed you when it's for market. Market order means buy at the current price. So usually I will first of all buy. Let's go back. So usually I'll first of all buy. So when you click on the arrow, okay, I think I'm going too fast. There's this arrow by the right of your phone under auto. This is where you have auto. When you tap on that arrow, it will bring out the parameters. So you are seeing market, you are seeing pending. Market means it's going to buy at the current market price. Okay, Zoom has a pointer. Zoom has a pointer feature. Let me look for that pointer thing in Zoom. Just a moment. Where is the pointer? Where do I find the pointer? Is it under host tools? No, it's not there. But I believe that you guys were getting it now. I can't find the pointer.
Yeah, the pointer should be on your screen where you're sharing. You see one arrow that's set by the side at the bottom left. There's one arrow. Click on it.
At the bottom left.
Yes, just before on where you have risk. Where you have risk, can you see one small transparent arrow, white? Just
Where I
before
have risk.
and just before the risk.
I cannot see it though.
It's faint.
I'm supposed to wear glasses, so maybe
No.
because I'm not going to follow.
Just tap at the edge of the screen beside that risk. You will see one small arrow there.
Okay, I've seen it. Annotation. Okay, so which one should I choose now? Is it pen or spotlight?
The spotlight.
Okay. So let's try spotlight. So it is what's in the apple now. I want to it's only spotlighting, it's not I'm sorry, this is confusing me. See, if people should all bear with me, sorry. I'm not getting it. So I believe now we all know how to do trade alerts, how to enter the trade. So if it's on pending, like the ones Valerians had posted earlier in the day, pending means what you will see in the app is buy limit. When you see buy limit, that means the price is currently not at that price. So let's say the price, this buy limit order, my screen is not showing. Are you seeing my screen? My screen is not showing again. So when you have this buy limit and the entry price is 2488, the price at that instance will be higher than 2488. So let's say the price is 2490 or 2495. The educator has seen that when the price drops down to 2488, execute a buy. So it's like a dog or it's like a cat that is waiting for a mouse to pass. And when the mouse passes, now going to pounce on it. So that's buy limit. You are setting the order down so that when it gets there, it will just trigger. So it's not buy market. So so you copy this 2488. Okay, now, but let's look at the current market price so that we can execute I'll just show you an example of buy limit. So right now, the price of gold is 2514. That's the current price. So if I do 2500, I can do a buy limit for 2500. So I'll come to pending. Pending is beside market. Then directly under it, I will put my price, 2500. That's buy limit. Let me put it far so that it will not trigger. Let me do 2400. I know that one cannot happen in that can happen. That's really far. So I'm saying, okay, 2400. My stop loss, your stop loss is going to be below your entry price. The reason for a stop loss is, when you buy, you are predicting that the market is going to go up. When you sell, you are predicting the market is going to come down. So if your entry price is 2400, we are predicting the market is going to gain. So 2401, 402. So your stop loss will be below the entry price. So since I'm setting 2004 as my entry price, we can say my stop loss will be 2385. I'm giving that just for example purposes. Now take profit. We are setting 2,400 as entry price. So let's say 2,410. I'm editing the take profit now. 2,410. If I now click on buy limit, just take note of your lot size, and then now I'll click on buy limit. It will ask me to confirm. I go ahead and confirm. Pending order submitted. You all saw that. So now, can you see that where you have trades, there's a number 1 there? There's a number 1 there. Do you see that? So now I want to look at the trade. I can come to trades. I'll click on trades. Under positions, there's 0. Under positions are the open positions that are currently, that are opened. Pending, I have 1 pending order. The market has not gone to that price, so it has not opened. So when I go to that pending, you will see the trade there. You see the parameters of the trade. So if the market gets there, it will just trigger by itself. So I believe this is clear. I believe how to place your trade now on Trade Locker, I believe it is clear. I don't know if leaders, Mr. Jagun, Mr. Daramola, is there anything that we're leaving out in placing trades? Now, okay, let me also say, you can close a trade if you want. Let's say you've opened a trade that Jolaraya said, and is already in profit, or even a tap to trade is already in profit. Like yesterday now, there was a trade. There was a trade that was already in $120 profit. Let me mention the guy's name. John Leal, he opened a trade. It was already $120. I think even $130 profit. Instead of having to close the trade, he didn't close it. The thing now came down back. And now, so you can also update your stop loss while a trade is on. So let's say you see a trade that has gone into profit. You want to edit the present order. When you come here, so now it is showing under pending. But if the trade is ongoing and is already in profit, it will be under positions and it will be open here. So the arrow that is beside the trade, you can see that arrow beside. So we have pending limit and then SL, TP. You see we have SL and TP. If you click the arrow beside it, it will show you edit. At the very bottom, can you see edit? Can you see cancel? So if I click on edit, you can change the stop loss. So when you open the trade, you put a stop loss that was down. Now the price has moved up. You can move your stop loss higher. In fact, you can move your stop loss to your entry price so that now you are risk free. So that if the price should go back, you're not going to lose anything. If it has really gone up well, you can keep moving your stop loss. There's something called a trailing stop. But I don't want us to talk about trailing stop tonight. I don't want us to talk about trailing stop tonight. So when you want to edit it, again, you click on the arrow that is beside towards the right, underneath auto. This is where that highlighter would have made sense. So when I click on that arrow, I can change this my stop loss from 2385. I can change it to 2387. I can change it to 2387. My light just went off. Was it my inverter? Okay, please, if I get disconnected, please just take over. So I'll now put on my generator. So this is how, in a nutshell, you can open and close trades. So at this point, okay, Rufus, you have joined the call. Fantastic. So you're not seeing what I'm clicking from, but I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain it. I thought you were seeing.
You defend.
Somebody said we are actually not seeing what you are clicking from. Okay, Mr. Daramola, do you know how to use the pointer?
It's a case of, you see, when somebody is doing presentations from a phone, you can only see the actions he performs.
Yeah, I understand.
What he's seeing. So you are seeing the actions on the screen, but I'm sure it's something we can still, sort out somehow. But I
But
wanted
which
to
is why I
mention
was
something. I wanted to mention something that may help at this point before we go away. You know, you were showing. Can you go back to the markets, please?
markets. Okay.
Yes.
It's currently on market.
No. It's on the main screen. It's on home screen. Markets on the top of the screen where it shows the pairs.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly. Now, oh, how do you use this on the phone? I normally use a laptop. You see, on the top right, there is a star. On the top right, there is a star. That star is actually favorites. Come on, go away.
Okay. Okay.
Now, what happens is whatever currency you add to favorites will stay there. You don't need to search for it. So maybe
Okay.
you are like right now, I'm trading only gold. Right now,
Okay.
I'm trading only gold. So what I've done is I add to favorites that currency. So if you click on the, click away from the favorites, click on the currency and it should give you, I think it's either a right click or a press and hold. It should give you, let me just see that. It should give you,
Okay. When you press and hold,
there it is. There it
when you
is.
press and hold, it brings this up.
It brings
So
add to favorites.
add to favorites.
So add to
Okay.
favorites now. Now you
Okay.
can see the star beside it.
Okay.
So now, when you now want to trade, maybe a trade is called, just click on the favorite star on top.
This one at the right of
Beside
the
the
screen
all.
towards the top.
Yes. And you will see only the ones you've added to favorite. So you don't need to search.
Beautiful.
That's what I wanted to mention.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Okay, so something that I would do, the days have just been so hectic. I wanted to do a screen recording. So I have a screen recording app where, that one, there's a highlighter where I can show what I'm doing. So I will open it. So I'll use that screen recording app to open a trade, and I will be highlighting everything. So you guys would easily see what to do. I'd hoped I could do it yesterday, but just couldn't work. So I don't know if Rufus wants to add anything. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand so that we can touch on. Okay, so multiple trades, the issue of multiple trades. So this is now with managing your account. It's not advisable to have, so Joel Arias calls a trade, you take his trade. Another person calls a trade, you take another trade. You don't have to respond to every trade. Don't have more than one trade running per time. Or let me say it's better. If we have said for a $25,000 account, the maximum lot size you should be using is 0.2. If you already have a trade running with 0.2 lot size, don't take another trade. Now, if you do 0.1, then maybe you have liberty to take another trade. So you have two trades that are 0.1, 0.1. That's equivalent of 0.2. Do we get it? So it's important that you don't overload your account. Otherwise, it will land you in serious trouble. So, okay, life coach Wumi, please go ahead and ask your question.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. And
Good
thanks for this support. And my own question is, most of the time, Joel Arias stop loss to entry and to his TPs are as wide as very wide. How do we manage it so that you don't get burned? Because most of the time I've noticed some things and It has really, I've had a few impacts. So I just wanted to ask how we can manage that. Then number two, tap to trade. I noticed, like you said, it doesn't take so much time. And today I took one for the first time, and before I could say jack, it was in profit. Before I could say what was happening, it has gone to loss, and I was like, can I close it on my own? I was just trying to ask, but eventually it hit stop loss. So how do we manage such so that at least we can manage our account very, very well? Thank you.
So there's a rule that the educators have. They say once it's in profit, it's up to you. Once it's in profit, it's up to you. So you can actually close a trade that is in profit. How do you close a trade that is in profit? Has the news passed? It is 19 minutes past 7. Has the news passed? Can I open?
Don't
Can I
open
open
yet,
now?
though.
I should open this.
After news, you should have at least 30 minutes to 1 hour. Me, I dey wait 1 hour after any news, before and after.
Okay. Okay. So let me do a limit order again, and then I'll just use that to explain the way I close. Now, usually when you open a trade, it will even be showing on the screen. You can actually close it from the screen. I think that's a faster way, trade experts. But let me show you how I've been doing it. I will click on markets that is on top of sell. I want to open a limit order in this example. You see, if I use market, it will execute the trade instantly now, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to use limit, and I'll use a price that is below the current market price. So I'm going to click on markets. Is on top of sell, above the number on top of sell, towards the bottom of the screen. So it has changed to pending. Now, the arrow on the right side above buy limit, when I click on that arrow, it will bring this up. And then let me put the price that I'm saying you should buy. So I'm going to say 2,400. I know there's no magic that can make it go to 2,400. Please, whenever you're executing your trade, always include a stop loss. Somebody bumped his account overnight because he opened a trade and didn't put a stop loss. And because gold is very volatile, it's better for you to lose $250 or $150 than to lose $500 at once or $1,000 at once. So if you don't use a stop loss and you're using a big lot size, you're asking for trouble. So always put your stop loss. And when you enter the stop loss amount, it's going to show you how much will be lost in that trade if you should touch the stop loss. So now my entry price is 2,400. If I call my stop loss 2,090, with this current 0.01 lot size, where is the lot size? You can see that green bar at the bottom that says buy limit. We are seeing 0.01. On top of the bar, you are seeing 0.01 lots. So look at the impact of my stop loss. Okay, let me take profit as well so you see it at the same time. Okay, so now if my take profit is 2,525, where you have P and L, you are seeing the dollar sign. So on the right, you have take profit. On the left, you have stop loss. You are seeing that there is 10. That means if the trade should go to my stop loss, if the price goes down to 2,390, I will lose $10. On the right, if the price goes to my take profit 2,525, I will gain $125. But now look at the power of your lot size. Let me change this lot size from 0.01 to 0.1, which I believe is increasing it 10 times. Can you see? Now my stop loss, I didn't change my stop loss price, but if it should touch my stop loss, I will lose $100. If you should go to my take profit, I'll make 1,255. So the bigger your lot size, the bigger your profit if it goes in your direction, or the bigger your loss if it goes against you. I believe this is clear. So there was something I was trying to bring out from this, how to close an existing trade. So let's say we are now taking this order now. The limit order, I'm saying buy limit at 2,400. Buy limit, confirm. You can see that it says one-click trading. One-click trading is off. It's better for it to be off. So every time you can confirm. If you do one-click trading, once you click on buy, to just buy immediately. But this one will make sure that it will ask you for confirmation. So let's assume that this trade that I just did, the price hasn't gotten there, so it's not executed. But let's assume it's already executed. I come to trades. At the top of the screen, you have XAU USD. I'm reading left to right. XAU USD, then markets, then trades. Are you seeing it? So I'm going to click on trades. So it will take me to my trades. If this trade was already active, you will see it in this dark space. The position will be there running. So now, if I see it's in profit and I want to close it, at the bottom where you have close all, you can just tap on that close all. So look at the options it gives you. The first one is all, meaning close all positions, that's open positions and pending orders. If you tap on that, it will ask you confirm, close. Okay? So underneath that, all positions. Underneath that one is positive positions. That means close all the ones in profit. You can do that. Negative positions, close all the negative positions. So I believe this is clear. So once you do that, you can close your trade in profit. So like the last trade I took this evening, it was one of Joel Arias's trade. Let me show you the trades I took today. So now today I'm in loss of $201. I lost $201 today. And thanks to the stupid tap to trade that I took of those other yaya people. So this was one. Okay, I think this one was Joel Arias's trade. This was one of Joel Arias's trade. No. This was Brent. Brent called a sell. I don't know why I took it. When the Odogu of gold, I said buy. Brent now went and called sell. And now took his trade. And of course, in no time, the loss just started climbing. And eventually it closed in stop loss. So I lost $222 from that one. Let me see. What date was this one? 21st. This was the tap to trade that I took today that closed in loss. What date was this one? Okay, this was yesterday. What is wrong with this guy? I don't know why I even came here, sir. What did I come to show you? I forgot what I was trying to show you. Anyway, I've shown you how to close existing trades. So, Sars, please, Mr. Daramola, anything that you want to add? Mr. Rufus, Mr. Jagun, is anything that you want to add, please go ahead. And then we'll start to take questions. Or should we start taking questions first? I guess questions would. Should we start taking questions?
Let's take questions.
Okay. So, Mrs. Akinwale, your hand is up. Please unmute your microphone, ma'am. Mrs. Akinwale, I had asked you to unmute. Please.
Yes, I've done that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Please, I want to ask about trailing stop. I've watched the video quite all right, but I didn't quite get it. If you can throw more light on it, I'll appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Let me ask one of the... Is Mr. Rufus on the call? Is Mr. Rufus on the call? if Rufus is on the call, and he, you see, so the trailing, okay, Rufus, do you want to answer the question about the trailing stop? Or does any of the leaders want to talk about the trailing stop? I'm still trying to master it, as it were. I've used it on a few, like twice now, but I have not yet fully grasped, how best to use it.
Well, I can say something about the trailing stop. However, I would prefer that we take time to, should I say, perfect the knowledge so we can pass on correct information. I've tried the trailing stop. I use it normally with MT5, MT4, but it's slightly different here. And setting the exact expectation can be done. But from what I understand, you have to wait a bit before you put in the trailing stop. So it's a bit funny to implement. That's the word. It's a bit awkward to implement. So give us some time to perfect the trailing stop. We'll get back to you on that. Thank you.
All right,
Good
thank you,
evening,
sir.
everyone. Coach Josh, let me just add one or two comments to what Mr. Jagun has said.
Okay.
As a beginner,
Okay, Mr. Rubens is there. Well done, sir.
I just came in. So as a beginner, I would not advise any beginner to start using trailing stop loss on Trade Locker because it's automatic. So what I would advise we do is monitor your trades. If you are 10 pips in profit, 10 pips in profit, move your stop loss to entry. You already have
What do
the
you mean?
entry price.
What do you mean by 10 pips in profit?
If you enter the trade at 2500 and the move to 2501, you're already 10 pips in profit. If it moves to 2502, you are 20 pips in profit. Remember, one decimal in gold is 10 pips. So if you enter, say, 2500, and the trade moves to 2501, immediately you move your edit. Let me not use the word move so that it doesn't confuse. It's just current trade, edit, then edit the stop loss to the entry price that you were given originally. Each of the trades have parameters. You've been given EP. When you see EP, that's entry price. So by the time you are 10 pips in profit, move your stop loss to break even. Edit it manually because gold is very volatile. And thank God for TradeX Max 3. I've studied their spread. Their spread is very tight. Most times I'll take trade on hot forex. I'll take the same trade on TradeX Max 3. The trade will be TP and I'll still be floating in hot forex because of the spread. So the spread is very good for TradeX Max 3. So immediately you are 10 pips in profit, you can edit your stop loss from whatever Joel Arias had originally given, edit it to the entry price so that you ride the trade risk-free. If you are 20 pips in profit, move it to 10 pips to secure the profits. So if it reverses, it will kick you out 10 pips in profit. So what that means is if you entered at 2500, the trade moves to 2501. I'll edit my stop loss to 2500. The trade moves to 2502. I'll edit my stop loss to 2501, securing 50%. Originally, that was what the automatic stop loss is supposed to do, but based on the volatility of gold, at times it can kick you out because if you fail to set the percentage the right way, it will still kick you out in a loss because it's possible that the trailing are not breaking even based on your parameter settings. So it will still kick you out in a loss if you are not yet familiar with how it works. So manually control your trades. This is money, this is business. So we should be committed to it, especially if you notice Joel Arias' trades are always very active. He waits for when there's volume, when there's volatility in the market, most times overlapping of London to New York. So the guy is always very accurate with his signals. He takes advantage of that, what we call order blocks. I've studied the way it drops a signal. If you identify an order block, which
We
he
don't
will,
understand other blocks, sir.
but he indicates in the signal now, whenever you see a signal from Joel Arias and it tells you point of interest, you will see the signal will indicate
What does
point
that
of,
mean? What does
that's
that
what
mean?
I'm
We don't know what it
saying.
means.
Point of interest is order block. Order block is where institutional order flows, where a bank or an institution has placed a pending order. Do you understand me, sir? A
Okay.
bank has placed a pending order at that particular zone, price zone. So it will be, this is how it works. When is a bear market? The last bearish candle before the bullish candle that engulfed it, that is another block. The last bearish candle, the market is selling, you're anticipating to buy, the market is selling. Then there's what we call exhaustion. So once there's an exhaustion, that means the sellers are getting weaker and the buyers are taking control. So what we monitor is the last sell candle before the bullish engulfing candle, before the buy candle that entirely engulfed the previous sell candle.
You are
So
too
when that,
technical, sir. You are too technical. You're using technical terms that people don't understand. Engulfing candle is people who have been in the market for some time that will understand what is an engulfing
I
candle.
made it simple, sir. I made it simple, sir. I said
You said a bullish engulfing candle.
when
How
you
many
see
people?
when you see a signal from Joel Arias that say point of interest, it simply means there's a pending order from the banks there. And it's actually a smart money concept strategy that is in the back end that everybody can learn.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rufus. This man is a professor. Actually, he simplified that, but most of the things that Mr. Rufus is saying, and many of us too, we don't have to understand all of them. But in a simple term, please don't use trailing stop for now. Like Mr. Rufus mentioned, and Mr. Coach Josh also mentioned, and Mr. Jagon. Even if you want to try it, let it be after your TP1 has been hit. So that what it means that, let's say the price is going up like this, as it's going up, if you set your stop loss, your trailing stop, and normally once TP1 is hit, let's say this is where TP1 is hit, and I enter here from Joy Harris. So, and then the market move from here and go to this place. And this is where my TP1 is. Once he has gotten to this place, I will just come and enable the trailing stop loss. Then I will just put 0.02%, 0.02, so that if he now move from here to this place, my stop loss on his own will be moving up. And if the market come down from here to this place, it will just close out. So that if he come back here, I will not lose anything. So please don't try to understand it right now. Set your stop loss that Joyaris gave. Your TP, your take profit, let it be TP1. That's the simplest way, TP1, until you understand how to do training store yourself. So TP1, most time you will hit TP1 and you'll be in profit. So it's good if you can take profit 2 times in a day of Joy Harris instead of losing any of your trades. So that has been helping me seriously. I've only hit stop loss once. If I show my screen now, you guys just see my screen. This is my account. I've only, okay, maybe it's not showing because my Zoom. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see this, my account? Okay, let me do this again.
Your account is showing. We can see your screen.
Okay.
We're seeing it.
That's my account on the, okay.
We can't see it again.
Good.
We can't see it again.
Okay, let me show you now. So this is my account now, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to go and show you my trade. Can you see today I've only made $4 because when it was showing that it's news time, I have to quickly go and close the trade I've opened since morning. Actually, that trade that Joyari sent in the morning, that he stop loss, I did not enter in time. So when I enter, my own did not stop loss. But let me come back here. This was yesterday. I had one. This is the only stop loss I've hit in all my 20. It's our 22 trades now. So when I first started doing this trading, I took this, I think it should be tap to trade. Then I opened this one blindly myself. So I've not hit any stop loss. This is the only stop loss because I'm not ready to take 10 trades in a day. I just want to take one. Are you getting it, guys? So, and that is what I just want to show us, that you don't need to be waiting to hit TP4. Most of my trade, you see all of them, 55, 130, 109. TP1 is what I'm using to take them. And if you can use TP1 in how many trading days now? I think I've only traded for, you can see 11 days. And 11 days, I have profit of, why is maximum profit now? My profit is now, I've made a profit of about 2,634. Can you guys see it?
Yeah,
So please just be taking TP1. Okay, sir.
Scroll up. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. This place. Okay, sir, you want to say something?
No.
Hello, sir.
He was saying scroll up. He was saying you should scroll up.
Yeah, I want to be like you when I grow up.
My Baba, beg of you, small boy, please. So that is what I want to show everyone of us. Let me stop sharing. Thank you.
Awesome. Great one, sir. I am coming to receive anointing and grace.
Coach
Grace
Josh,
for
I think what we need to really inculcate in our members is they should try and eliminate greed. One thing that keeps me in check is the fact that I always have it at the back of my mind that this market is not going anywhere. This is not a Ponzi platform that you wake up to error 504, 505, 404. As long as country remain country, as long as people keep migrating from one location to the other, there will always be the Forex market. Even if our generation is no more, even in the next generation, the Forex market will still remain. The number two, the TradeX Mastery has given you 3 years to pass a challenge. Even if you are doing $10 in 3 years, you will pass. So people want to pass this challenge in 1 day with one trade. So they over leverage their account. They are not following the trading plan. So these two things will always keep us in check. Have it at the back of your mind. This market is going nowhere. Then I have 3 years to pass my challenge. So that's the worst case scenario.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that addition. Val Miles, please unmute your microphone and ask your question.
Okay, a great afternoon from my time to everyone on this call. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here. Well, I'm not proficient in terms of trading. I'm still learning, and I just got onto this call trying to scale up and to listen to the videos. But I have a few questions that I feel is important that we can I can learn from. Now, one, I realized that the tap to trade has a limit of 2 minutes, of which you are expected to tap and get into that trade. And also, I don't know if you need to modify the order, the limit, what's it called? The slot, the lot for that trade. Do we have to modify it, or we just leave it at the automated setting of the educator? Now, when it comes to the trade locker, there is something I'm not very clear about. You were trying to explain the buy limit and the market price. When the buy market, is it that we must click on that before we go to set the profits, the stop loss and the take profit, or we will set all those parameters first before we do that? Because I understand that at the buy market, you just get in, it's at the market value at that point in time. But if you're going to use the other one, which is a buy limit, then you have to switch to the pending, then begin to insert those parameters. That is one clarification I want to also understand. Something happened to me. I tried out something out of the blue this morning, but I don't know what really happened. I put up a tab to trade. I clicked on it. I just used the lot size of the educator, and I put up the same. I realized that it clicked, but again, when I went to Trade Locker, I couldn't find that trade. So I was thinking maybe I lost time of the 2 minutes before that trade was supposed to go. Now, another thing that I need clarification on, I know that these tradings are given in different time zones. Maybe like areas whom we are following, depending on where he is, you set an alert and you get that alert. What is the expected time that you expected to get into a trade alert if when you receive one? What is the best time? Because even if it's going to be an hour or 2 hours trade, is it wise to do that after like 20 or 30 minutes, or you just leave that until you get the other opportunity? What is the best time? Should it be 2 minutes or within 5 minutes and all of that? That's my question for now. Thank you.
Okay. I'm trying to remember the first question now. Yeah, so you talked about the lot size for tap to trade. I talked about it earlier. If you have a $25,000 account, the preset lot size on your phone will be 0.25 whenever you see the taps. But for a $25,000 account, I would rather use 0.1. So I usually adjust it to 0.1. That's what I do. Other people have gotten away with using 0.25, but different risk appetites. So I do 0.1. I think some of the other leaders also have suggested 0.1. Some people say 0.2 or 0.25. So you can edit it. You're allowed to adjust it. I also established that if the tap to trade is already in profit, you can decide to close it. So you were talking about the buy market, and I think I just got how to use the problem now is I want to remove this thing so that I can see road. You know, your last question was, let's say Joel Arias calls a trade, and the trade, maybe you said we should buy at this point, and maybe you were not with your phone at that time, and maybe you came 5 minutes later, and you found that the price maybe has dropped here. What I would do is, one, so he called the price at this initial arrow on top, and it dropped down. I will enter it at that lower price, so that by the time the thing starts to reverse, in fact, before it even gets to the first TP1, I've exited the trade because I'm already in good profit. But if it's like 1 hour, 2 hours, I won't bother doing that, because except you know how to analyze the market and you can read the chart and you have an idea of what the chart is going to do next. I wouldn't advise that after 10 minutes you continue to meddle with, or even 5 minutes. I feel like 5 minutes are the most. You can still try to to enter. Okay, so Arias just dropped a trade alert now. So let's do one practically. Stop. Aha. I don't know if my screen is still showing. So he just dropped a trade alert now. So let's see if we can.
Yeah, your screen is okay. It's showing now.
Okay. So entry price. So you have to scroll to the top. So can you see? It's not showing. So I'll go to tap to trade. I'll move back to trade alert. So 54 seconds ago, he dropped a trade alert. He said buy market. Okay, so I will just copy stop loss first. I'll quickly go to my trade locker. Buy market means buy at the current price. So I'm going to click on buy. Okay, but this stop loss is too small. Let me make it 0. I mean, the lot size was 0.1. You can see I'm editing the lot size. This is a 50K account. Which account is this? This is 50K. So okay, let me just do 0.2. Okay, buy. Confirm. So now I'm already in the trade. I'm already in the trade. At the top, am I seeing 2 trades? Okay, I have a pending trade, the one I opened before. So as you can see now, I clicked on trades at the top of the screen. That was what brought me to this place. At the top of the screen, so let me go back to where we were before. At the top of the screen where you have trades, it's showing number 2. When you tap on trades, it will bring you here. So I have one position that is open. So you can see position 1. That's the open trade. Pending was that one that I set earlier on, the limit order. The price hasn't gone down to that place. So now this trade, I've opened it because it said buy market, meaning buy now, buy at the current market price. Now I want to start to input the other details, the stop loss and things like that. So the arrow to the left, to the right, sorry, I will tap on that arrow at the right of the screen, just beside where the thing is moving, the figure is now showing $3. I will tap on the arrow beside it. When you tap on it, at the bottom left, it says edit. You may have to zoom. It says edit. So I will click on edit. When I click on edit, at the bottom right, where you have the arrow that is pointing up, directly under auto, I will tap on that. And then I will come to stop loss. Can you see where you have stop loss? Left, towards the left of the screen, towards the bottom. So I already copied the stop loss before. So I'm going to paste it. 2510. That's the stop loss. And already it's showing, look at where you have the dollar. You have 121.6. If the price gets there, my loss will be $121.6. Let me go and copy take profit 1. TP1. So I'll come to take profit. $2517. This profit is too small. True. $18. Okay, my lot size is too small. I'm using 0.2 lot size. That's why. So I'll now click on confirm. So it has modified the parameters of this trade. I hope we got that. I hope we got that. Okay, so that's how you take the trade. So let's continue getting the questions. There was Pastor Hope. Pastor Hope, please unmute your microphone. Unmute your mic. Your hand has been up for a long time.
Excellent evening, everybody.
Excellent evening, man.
Great job by all the leaders, and I want to appreciate you all for that. The question I want to ask is actually playing out right now with that trade you entered. You know, we kept talking about just one position. I want to find out, what about 2 positions in layering? Is there any issue with entering more than 1 position if it's a rule? If it is not, then we should be looking at layering. What do I mean?
Can you explain?
Yes, I'm going there. The trade he dropped this afternoon, that trade, I didn't enter at that time because I knew it was going to fall lower. So when it fall a little bit lower, I entered, just like you entered buy now, you entered. And if you watch, his entry is 15, but by now it has moved to 16, 25, 16, and you entered. Now, if we're saying we're using
You are right.
lot size to be 0.2, we can break that 0.2 to 0.05, and you have 4 positions, but you are still on 0.2. Okay, now if it drops lower, you take a position on that 0.05.
You are looking at 0.02. If it is 0.1, you can take 2 positions or 3, depending on how you want to break it. Well, I'm asking, in layering, it profits you more because when it go lower, you take another position. It goes lower, you take another position. By the time it start moving up, you will make more money than if you just put one position on buy now. And then even if it goes against you, you will lose lower too. Because the lower position will have a little impact. I don't know if you understand. So I know layering is best, but my question is it a crime? Martingale layer. Yes. Is it wrong to do layering? Because you people kept saying one position. So I need to be clear on that. That's one.
No.
And then
let me
2.
speak to that. Let me speak to that. Excellent evening.
Can I just ask the 2 questions?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. 2. Sometimes this prop firm, I've actually told myself I won't do it again. It took Mr. Jagun. He knows what it took him to pull me into prop firm again. Sometimes we have some hidden things we don't know. Like now we're saying, okay, we can actually qualify phase 1 in about a week or 2 weeks, whatever it is. Some will tell you there is a number of trades that you must take. Do we have it here? If we have,
we went through that at the beginning.
No, we don't.
Okay, because I didn't hear it said that there is either a particular number of trades or there's no particular. All I heard is that, okay, it can take you 1 week or 2 weeks. Okay, beautiful. So even if it takes me,
the terms and conditions for trades, and I will forward. I put that on the group.
So if it takes me 5 trades to clear my what is it called? Phase 1, I'm good. If it takes me 10 trades, I'm good.
Correct.
All right, sir. Okay, we can look at that first one. And if it is something that should be done, then we can bring it to the knowledge of our people, because I think layering will really profit us and better for us.
You see?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Pastor Home. Actually, the question she asked also gave me, brought up what I wanted to talk about. I was actually going to mention the issue of taking multiple trades, but limiting all of them to the same maximum lots, which is actually what I do. I don't take one trade at 2.0. I do not. I take 1.0 trades and 0.5 trades in order to make up my 2.0, exactly 2.5 for $25,000 account. What do? There are 5 TPs. I only operate with 3 of them. I open 3 trades. The first one, 1.0 TP1. I use TP1 and the stop loss. The second one, 1.0, I use TP1 and the stop loss. Sorry, the second one, 0.5. 0.05. I use TP2 and the stop loss. The third one, when I open 3, 0.05 again, I use TP3 and I open the stop loss. And I use the stop loss. Why do I do that? Most of the time, Joel Arias's trades hit TP1. Almost every time. So by the time he hits TP1, my first trade closes and I'm in profit. So when my first trade closes and I'm in profit, that profit has been secured. If it gets to TP, by the time the first trade closes in TP1, I move stop loss to entry. When I move stop loss to entry, that trade becomes risk-free. Even if the trade goes against me, it will just hit the stop loss and stop. I will not lose any money. Okay, so that is pretty much what I do. When it moves to TP2, I move stop loss to TP1. I continue to move it like that, which is why I said using the trailing stop is still a bit tricky because I don't know how to use its automatic trailing stop well yet. So I typically don't use it. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. So I think, with time, guys, don't get overwhelmed. Maybe what you want to do is if you have a second phone, download Trade Locker on your second phone and just practice for a day or two. That's what I first of all did. Practice for a day or two before you start executing on your actual account. Or you can log out of your challenge account on your Trade Locker. Log out and then log into an empty demo that doesn't have this money there, and then just practice for a day or two, get familiar. So when the trade alerts come in on Akashx, just copy them and try them out first for a day or two, so that you don't have any mistakes. So this thing about layering, you can practice it. This thing about trailing stop, you can practice it. Start with the basics first, and then with time, you will start to add more things. Iwanga, you can ask your question.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Coach, thank you very much. First of all, you said something about you're slow. You want us to understand. Me, I'm very slow too. So what I want to do now, please, I need you to help me confirm the order in which we will copy trade alerts. I just did a small flow chart. I just want you to confirm it. So after we get the trade alerts, we'll go to Trade Locker. I will make sure it's gold. The first thing we'll do is set lot size.
Yes.
Then we buy.
Yes.
Then we go and click that, sir.
If it's buy market,
if
you
it's
just
buy,
buy.
exactly. Buy.
Yes.
If
If
it's
it's buy
sell,
market, just click on buy. Yes.
Then we'll now go to that arrow. We'll go to trade.
You go to trade.
We'll now click on one arrow at the end there and
At the
click
side,
on edit.
Yes.
When we click on the edit, we'll now come back to market, Abby.
It will take you back to the original interface where you will see the chart.
There's one arrow under auto.
Under
We'll
auto.
click on that one. We'll now put the stop loss and TP.
God bless you. You are
and
a
then
great
confirm.
student. You are a great student.
Okay, so my flow chart is correct. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's all.
All right. Okay. I like that flow chart. Who else? And Ario Gabriel. You can ask your question, please. Ario Gabriel, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
can you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
My greetings to everyone, all the teachers. God bless you all. Yeah, partly my questions has been answered. Like the way I'm getting it is the setting up, copying and pasting, and the right thing to do. There's this one that's the person that just asked question talked about it, which I don't get. There's the one of buy, there's the one of selling, or something like that. So the one of selling, are we going to click on sell? By the time you click on the one of stop loss, enter the stop loss 0.02 or what, sir? Hello?
Sorry, I didn't really catch your question.
I said there's a place of buy and there's a place of sell. Okay, now I'm asking, I didn't quite get the one of selling that the woman just asked the question about. That's what I'm asking.
No, she didn't ask a question about selling. She asked about the correct order of how to
Yeah,
place.
I want you to talk about the one selling. So by the time I'm setting it up, if it's selling, how do I know it and how do I go about it? That's the question I'm
Buy
asking.
and sell. The instruction will already be in the trade alert. It will
In
either
the
be
trader
buy market, it will be buy market or sell market. So
or
if
sell
it's sell
market.
market, if it's sell market, it means click on sell at the current market price. Sell means you are expecting the price to go down. So
Okay.
when you see sell market, when you click on sell market and you go ahead and confirm you are in the trade, as the price is going down, you'll be making profit.
Okay.
If the price starts going up, you'll be seeing losses. So everything stays the same. All the parameters that are there follow the flow of the sequence of events that you just, and it will be good if you can give us that flow chart, ma. It's so you will make a very good lecturer, ma. So if you can get that flow chart, yeah. Okay. So I think there's no other hand that is raised. So with this, we can end our Q&A. So Mr. Daramola, Mr. Rufus, Jim Mama, if there's anything you want to add.
There's a hand raised, Coach Josh.
No, that hand has already asked a question. I don't know if
Oh, I see.
I don't know if
Okay.
yeah. Iwanga, do you
Okay.
still want to ask another question?
No, I don't. Sorry, I forgot to
Forgot to lower.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
drop my hand. Sorry.
All right then. So with this, we've come to the Alexander has raised hand. Biko. Okay, this will be the last question. We need to close. All right, Mr. Alexander, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, I want to just ask two.
Your voice is low. Increase your volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I want to ask just two questions. The first one is, sometimes when the messages, the alerts come, you go there, it will tell you 9 hours ago, but it will be active. Is it wise to use it when after you refresh, it will still
No.
show like that?
It's not wise.
Okay. My second question is the TP2 and 3. When do you enter them, and how can you enter them within that short time?
No. TP means take profit. The guy is giving you all the different prices that you can decide to close your trade. He's expecting the price to reach TP1, TP2. It doesn't mean it will reach all of them.
Okay. So you can just pick one TP and that will be okay.
If you want,
let me add to that, Coach Josh. Let me answer that.
All right, sir.
Mr. Azenda.
Yeah.
Please, if you are a beginner, stick with TP1.
All right.
Just stick with TP1. You would always make profit. As long as the trade goes in your direction, you make profit. See, there's no guarantee that it will get to the additional places. It's a financial market. Things move back and forth. But by the man's calculation and estimate, he feels it may get as far as TP5. But when you say, if I throw this stone, I can throw it 500 meters, it means 200 meters is guaranteed, almost guaranteed. So we are saying stick with the guaranteed area, stick with TP1 for now. As we are starting, stick with TP1. As you learn to trade, the idea is for you to take the trades while you are attending the academy. And as you attend the academy, you will learn more about things. So the questions you will be asking at that time will be questions bordering after you have been practicing. Okay, so let us start with the ones that we are sure profit will come from TP1. That's what it is. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. So with this, we can end the meeting. Mr. Daramola, thank you, our wonderful host. Okay, Jimama's hand is okay, Jimama. Okay.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, all our great leaders, Mr. Daramola, Mr. Rufus, Mr. Jago. Mosh can't be here because he has to attend to one FFX meeting. So he sent his apologies. And thank you, everybody, for following. Like many of you here, I'm also a novice. In fact, all of these things, I'm seeing them and hearing them for the first time. I've been seeing all these charts, but to understand what each means, I'm just learning it today. So I would advise that please, if you're like me or a little better than me, start with a demo account. We have 1,000 days to pass our challenge account. Instead of burning it, give yourself at least 3 days to practice all of these things that you have learned. Show it to the leaders. See how much you are making. See what mistakes you have made that you need to correct. And please use the academy. We are going ahead of ourselves. The whole Akashx idea is you go to the academy, you learn. While you are learning, you take the trades or tap to trade. Okay? Now, if you go to the academy, you should go and study how to take the trades. You should go and study how tap to trade works and how you can intervene if things are going wrong. Many of us are not doing that. We're just, dabbling into it and then coming back to say, okay, this is it. So that was the reason for this session, and we are very grateful for it. But let us not forget that we must go back to learn for those who do not know anything, for those who know just a little. The experts, they know what to do. They can, bring in some of the strategies they've been using before. But in order to secure your account, please let us learn. Let us stick to what we have been told so that we do not, burn our fingers and tomorrow you start complaining that, oh, this is this. This is how the market works. I've had people tell me, oh, no, this thing is not something that will be profitable. Only a few people make money in this market. And I told the person, even if it's just 0.5% of people that make money in this market, I will make it. Even if it's $10 per day, I am ready to wait it out for now until I'm able to make $100,000 per day. So let us have that mindset. We are going somewhere. Let us start small. All of us, we are like people in a university. You have primary school, secondary school, and then the university inside the university campus. They have access to everything. But I cannot go from primary school and sit in a class of level 400 level students and now start, trying to rub shoulders with them. I might pick one or two things, but I know I'm not at that level. So the few things they can teach me, yes, it's not as if I can't learn anything from 400 level. If they teach me one thing now, I know that one. I have to go back to my class and start learning until I get to that level. So as we are learning, we are earning. But note that you will make mistakes along the line if you forget the basics. Some of the people that have spoken here have been trading for like 7 years. Me that want to start today, I can never compare myself to them. So when they show me, copy this, do that, you find out that those who have not traded before are probably going to be making more money than those who think they know, because they are going to be assuming. So please, let us not assume. Let us just be as if we have not learned and we don't know anything about this. Learn the basics. Now, as the experts guide us, we adjust accordingly, and we also take it upon ourselves to learn. Because what I'm saying here is you must stop everything you are doing if you are new and learn, so that you can you save your accounts. It's unfortunate some people have blown their accounts. It's very, very unfortunate. So there are things we need to go learn and begin to practice. I would suggest 3 days of demo so that you know how to take the trades, you know what to do, buy all these ones that they're saying, buy, sell, limit, blah, blah, blah. I'll need to go and learn all of those things. I wouldn't put my challenge account on trial without me knowing exactly how to copy trades, when to do this, when to do that. Thank you so much, everybody. I wish us all success. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. Thank you so much, Jimama. Somebody just dropped a suggestion that I want us leaders to discuss. Said to me it's advisable to stake entry price as the same as stop loss at first entry and adjust accordingly based on the TP. Can we just maybe talk about it off the call? Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Daramola, you can end the meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Josh. And I'm so proud of every one of us that has taken this challenge. There are people, if you have not seen that video, there are people that have withdrawn $10,000 from their funded accounts. You know, after you pass stage 1 and stage 2, they will now give you the funded account. So Mr. Issa was funded. He told me he was going to the mosque to pray. So I don't know if he's back. He was funded. And imagine once you're funded, you're able to start trading. After your first 8 days of trading, you can now start withdrawing your profits every single day. So there are people that have withdrawn 3,000, 2,000, you know. So I want us to do one thing for me and for all the leaders. These leaders don't sleep, just to give support. Till 12 a.m. yesterday, I see how someone that called me. Are you getting it? But one thing is, and Coach Josh as well, someone calling him at 2 a.m. So please do one thing for us. Don't go and open multiple trades. Don't have greed. Are we together? So if you see a signal and you're already late, they say you should enter at 2 and the price has gotten to 5, it has gone up. Please just leave it. It doesn't matter. Another signal is coming. So that's the patience I want us to have. The joy is for us to be on this call and say, hey, me, I withdrew 2,000 yesterday. Me, I withdrew $1,000 today. Me, this is the house I just bought. This is the car I just bought. That is what we want to be seeing. So please, don't rush. You are going to win this challenge. So you don't need to be in a hurry because you see someone has won. Joshua's account is 52,700. My own too. Please be patient. So I'm proud of all of us, every one of us. Let's remember that the promo is ending tomorrow. So people that you want them to get on board, there's a church member of mine that he just got his own account today and he was so happy. You know, that is what we want to do. Our family member, our friends, people that are close to us, let's help them overcome their fear. If they have been hearing this for the past 5-6 days and they have not started, it's fear. Help them to overcome that fear because one day they will say, thank you for helping me, for not giving up. So I'm proud of every one of us that is on this call. And to tell me that I just took our first trade ever today with fear. We won one, we lost one because of the 7 p.m. News. I said, close it. He said, it's at -24. Close it at the -24. At least you have won $12 today. So yeah, -24, don't worry, you will make everything. So right now she's actually on demo. She's going through everything and that is how it should be. God bless you all, everyone. And I think we can unmute now and have a wonderful night. So I believe we are not meeting 9 p.m. We still meeting 9 p.m., sir. I think it should not be necessary. Coach Josh. So I believe we are not meeting. Yes, sir.
Do we have any prospects? Are there any people who have invited before?
Yeah, I believe what we have done now should have covered, right? We can do tomorrow anyway. So it's my suggestion. So everyone, we can unmute. If there is any information, the leaders will pass across to us. Either we are meeting or we are not meeting, that message will be passed across to us. So everyone, we can unmute and just say, have a blessed night, have a blessed afternoon for people that are joining us from the EST in the US and for people that are here in Africa. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye-bye. God bless us all.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, so participant, you can unmute now. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Bye bye.
God bless
Thank you
you.
very
Bye-bye.
much for the training. Thank you for the support.
Thank
You're
you all.
amazing,
Thank you,
sir.
Mr. Joshua. Thank you. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, Mr. Jagun.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.